Okay, now we're going to take a look at the under the hood and inside the car. Just a few more details on the outside. The wheels are factory 5, and they're huge, and I think they're beautiful. I don't think anybody makes a prettier wheel than this. And you can see the Willwoods in there. The pipes. Most of the time when you see one of these, and you don't see them very often, the pipes are kind of hanging out there. They're not tucked in very well. I spent a lot of time massaging the pipes to get them tucked in as close as possible to the car. They're right up against the fiberglass side there, instead of hanging out 3 or 4 inches. So I like that look. The tires, they're Verdestins. They're 5 years old, so they're hard as a rock, but they're pretty tires. Not what you want to autocross with, but that'd be a different set of wheels and tires altogether. Okay, the motor. I talked about it already. 351. It's got the FAAST EFI 1 system on it. Pretty easy to install. Took about a day and a half, and the biggest part is running the bigger fuel line and return line for the fuel pump, which sits back. It's external and it's back on the back rail just in front of the tank, just below the tank. 43 psi. You can see the air conditioning system. It's vintage, air all the way. Good system, puts out cool air. Honestly, the car, once it gets going, it gets kind of warm in there, and the air conditioning is working against that, but it still puts out cold air. I drive it in 100 degrees in the summertime with the windows on, and it cools real well. Okay, there'll be a list on the web page of all the different things in the motor. Not the only thing 351 is the block. Everything else is pretty trick. Power steering and coolant recovery there. Standard fan and radiator. I've got Russ's cover to direct the air through the radiator. It works like a champ. I got a lot of Russ's pieces on the car. There's his little pontoon covers. I love them. A lot of detail finishing features as far as getting these things tight right here. There's the pressure regulator for the fuel injection. Everything else is standard factory 5 as far as suspension goes. You can read about the details on the web page. These are custom, and that just kind of finishes off a detail that doesn't look too good on a normal car. Same thing with these. These didn't fit when they delivered them, the fender wells, so I made my own. And then I finished the inside of the hood too. I don't know if you can see this very well, but I put the stripe down the inside. Coming around the other side here. The doghouse, I've got Zeus fasteners all the way around so you can get to the clutch pedals. It's got dual master cylinders. It's the Willwood system with an adjustable proportioning valve that's underneath the instrument panel right by my driver's leg. And the March belt system on the front of the engine just to dress it up. Okay, moving around to the interior. The top of the instrument panel is removable. I basically modified the panel that they sold me, and the panel's still aluminum underneath, but it's got carbon fiber treatment on top. I don't know if you can see that real well in the movie. I'll get some pictures that show it. Same thing with the center console. I modified that completely so that I could get a radio in there and have a little more room for the air conditioning controls. The air conditioning vents themselves are underneath. There's a picture of the proportioning valve for the master cylinders, and there's my ignition box. the seat. They're Kirky racing seats, and this one's on rails. It's adjustable fore and aft. The passenger side is fixed. There's enough room for a 6'1" guy in there. I've got a buddy who's 6'1". He can sit in. Right around here to the back, I've got my batteries underneath about where this is, right about where the amplifier is, and I can get to it to charge it right here. Underneath this carpet, I've got an access panel for the battery, for what I call the essential panel, which is all the essential electric, buses, and fuses, things like that. And then these are access panels for the fuel tank. Speakers in the back, speakers in the front. Door panels, and then made by a boat upholstery guy. They turned out real nice. These right here, the Daytona is Russ's also. And that's pretty much it. Oh, just the little finishing features, like right here. This is all upholstered, and it comes right off with one screw, and just closes things up and finishes things out.